This is just one example here on Kent-Des Moines Road, which has the westbound lanes closed right now, and it's all because of this large tree that splintered off in a few different directions and right on top of these power lines here on Kent-Des Moines Road. So all morning long, the westbound lanes of Kent-Des Moines Road from 10th Avenue South to Marine View Drive have been closed off because of this right here.
Max 2, microphone 2, IFB 1. That looks like Max 1. That one. Yes.
Perfect. New data about safety and effectiveness can come to light. The FDA keeps track of that new data, which can come from patients, drug makers,
Yikes, I'm on day 3 heritage shows.
We've been out here for a couple of hours, but crews have been out here for more than 4 to 5 hours since early this morning trying to remove this huge tree.
December 17th. We are live right now at 9 a.m. We're coming to you live online. And don't forget, the King 5 Plus app is the best way to stay up to date with all of this active weather and, of course, the news as well. But weather has been the focus for the majority of the last week and a half, and that remains true today. Western Washington is waking up to more major weather impacts today after a night of heavy rain, strong wind, and also some mountain snow. We have a lot to get to. Let's unpack it all. As we enter another first alert weather day, and there is a new problem. Extreme wind gusts last night are now causing widespread power outages. Hundreds of thousands of people in Western Washington 5's Drew Andre was in Des Moines, where fallen trees are responsible for taking out power lines and creating outages in the area.
This is just one example here on Kent-Des Moines Road, which has the westbound lanes closed right now, and it's all because of this large tree that splintered off in a few different directions and right on top of these power lines here on Kent-Des Moines Road. So all morning long, the westbound lanes of Kent-Des Moines Road from 10th Avenue South to Marine View Drive have been closed off because of this. Right here, as you can see, just all of the different branches that splintered off. And there is a tree crew that is here on scene, but they're going to have to wait for Puget Sound Energy to get out here before they're able to safely clear the area. So because of that, right now traffic's having to be diverted in this area a bit. There's a couple hundred customers that have been without power all because of this incident right here. But again, this is just one example of many around the region.
Thank you, Drew. And I do want to go through those power outages right now. We just got an update. Let's see. So as of right now, we have some current outages. Oh my goodness, 700 outages impacting close to 132,000 people for PSE, Puget Sound Energy. So 131,000 people still without power, Puget Sound Energy. In Snohomish, we're looking at close to 42,000 people without power, 42,000. Grace Harbor, we are looking at 46 active outages impacting, looks like 46,000 people there as well. And in Tacoma, 219 outages impacting close to 11,000 people. So hundreds of thousands of people are still without power as of right now. And that is due to that strong wind that Drew just showed you. We've been getting lots of visuals from people as well showing those outages and down trees. It's a widespread issue across Western Washington. Let's take you to your forecast. I want to show you what we are expecting here as we move forward. We are still in a couple different wind alerts, but these are going to be expiring here as we head into the next hour. So here's a look at that right now. A wind advisory is that beige color right there. That's for a good chunk of our foothills, parts of Central Sound, parts of the Kitsap Peninsula, and then down further south as well. For those areas, that's widespread gusts in the 40 to 45 mile per hour range. This is going to end at 10 a.m. So in the next hour, we will let that expire. The worst of it is over. A high wind warning, which is 2 steps about that, it has been issued and also ends in the next hour. This is for the Olympic Peninsula. You see that kind of mustard color. It's for Island County, for the western parts of Skagit and Snohomish counties, down into Pierce and Thurston counties as well, and a good chunk of Kitsap County with Hood Canal as well. So that is what we're seeing even stronger with in the 50 to 55 mile per hour range. And it has been windy out there. Here is a look at our wind that we have seen since midnight. 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts, widespread. It has been extremely windy out there. Look at Leavenworth, 52 mile per hour gusts reported. At Wenatchee, a 62 mile per hour gust reported. So it has been extremely windy out there all night long, and this has been blowing all night long. We also have seen pretty significant rain as well, which we'll get to in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at that wind. So here is what we are going to see right now. These are our current wind gusts. As of right now, we are in the 20. Okay, we are going to take a quick break. We will be right back.
New data about safety and effectiveness can come to light. The FDA keeps track of that new data, which can come from patients, drug makers, or healthcare professionals, and may include information about negative reactions to prescriptions. Based on this information, the FDA may recommend that the drug maker update the drug labeling by adding warnings or updated dosage information. Changes could also include the FDA requesting a drug recall. Find the answers at fda.gov/drugs.
We're with Liam after his 4th military move, when being new is starting to get old. We're with Tara during the holidays, when she misses home the most. We're with all service members and their families who need connection, comfort, and a home away from home. Are you with them? Learn more at uso.org today.
Welcome back. I'm hearing we may have had some audio issues, so I want to take a step back and recap all of the things we've talked about. But once again, if you could not hear me before, we have had some very blustery conditions out there, a windy night. We do still have a wind advisory and a high wind warning in place. We will see the wind calming down into our daytime hours though. So it was windy overnight. It's still a little bit windy right now, and it'll start to calm down later on today. So let's get you to your forecast and talk about that wind. Here's a look at those advisories that are in place right now. That beige color indicates the wind advisory. That is for the foothills, and you can see a little bit of Kitsap Peninsula down south as well, and then also Whatcom County. In that area, that is where we're expecting winds in the 40 to 45 mile per hour range, and that is what we have seen today. We have a high wind warning in place. That orange mustard color, that is for the Olympic Peninsula, a good chunk of the Kitsap Peninsula down south around Pierce and Thurston counties. Looks like Island County, Whatcom, and Skagit and Snohomish counties as well. But these advisories are going to end at 10 a.m. The worst of the wind is now behind us, but that damage is still there. We still have those trees that are down and those power outages that crews are dealing with right now. Here's a look at the wind that we have seen so far for the day. 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts have been widespread, close to 60 along the coast. Wenatchee surpassed 60 miles per hour. So across western Washington, across the Cascades, and then on the eastern slopes as well, it has been extremely windy today. So that wind definitely came to fruition. This is a look at our current gusts right now. We're keeping the wind along the passes, 20, 35 mile per hour winds along our higher elevations. Looks like Shelton is a little bit breezy right now, 26 miles per hour. So it is still a little bit windy out there, but we'll see things calm down. So you can see right now we're keeping that wind on the eastern slopes of the Cascades, 30, 40, even 45 mile per hour gusts in Wenatchee. Into the next couple of hours, we'll start to see it calming down. This is noon today, still very breezy out there, especially on the eastern slopes of the Cascades, but then we'll calm things down later on this evening. 5 p.m. here, little breezy still, but it's a light breeze, nothing compared to what we saw. Look at Wenatchee though, still hanging on to some wind over there on the eastern slopes. Then into our late evening hours, same thing, everybody calms down. A little bit of a breeze still around Puget Sound, but overall the wind will be wrapping up. Let's talk about the rain though. It has been a very rainy 24 hours. Most of the rain was last night, so kind of before midnight. As of right now, we're tapering off. We do still have a couple showers. Looks like we have some shower activity down to the south around Olympia to Chehalis, but let's take you to the mountains. Looks like Rainier getting a little bit of snow right now. If we go up to the passes, I-90 kind of right on the south end of that snow. It looks like Highway 2 is getting more snow right now, but obviously Highway 2 is closed. I-90 was the only pass open this morning. White Pass closed as well. So up to the north, we're not seeing as much snow, but this is just the beginning. Now that we've kind of cooled things down, we're going to hold on to snow chances. But everybody, let's take a deep breath and catch our breath, because yes, it has been a very active couple of days. This is a live look from our Queen Anne camera overlooking downtown Seattle. Some clouds out there, but my goodness, the sun is peeking through. How nice is that? It's a lot cooler today. 43 degrees is where we're currently sitting right now. We're saying goodbye to the 50s for the time being. It's been warmer these last few days, but that's done. We're going to stay in the 40s, which is normal for this time of the year. Here's a look at our daytime hours today. Really mild conditions for Puget Sound lowlands during the day. We do have some rain chances that will try to sneak in later on tonight. Not anything major. The worst of it is behind us. Just a couple light showers during the day today. This shows you later on this afternoon. We'll keep snow in the mountains. And then we have more rain chances that do move in later on this week. This is showing you tomorrow evening. We have once again another atmospheric river sets up, but this time it's projecting more toward Oregon. We are going to see a little bit of those impacts, but let's take a quick break, and when we come back, I will further unpack that next round of precipitation. It is going to bring rain back into the equation. It's going to play with our snow levels just a little bit, but snow, I know, is top of mind for everyone, and we do have more on the way. So we'll talk about that when we come back from this break.
New data about safety and effectiveness can come to light. The FDA keeps track of that new data, which can come from patients, drug makers, or healthcare professionals, and may include information about negative reactions to prescriptions. Based on this information, the FDA may recommend that the drug maker update the drug labeling by adding warnings or updated dosage information. Changes could also include the FDA requesting a drug recall. Find the answers at fda.gov/drugs.
We're with Liam after his fourth military move. When being new is starting to get old. We're with Tara during the holidays when she misses home the most. We're with all service members and their families who need connection, comfort, and a home away from home. Are you with them? Learn more at uso.org today.
Trees are crashing down on roads in western Washington. Take a look at this. This was the scene on State Route 109 west of Hoquiam this morning. A tow truck driver was on the way to a call when the strong winds toppled a tree right in front of them. They had another driver crash into the tree before they could stop. A witness said everyone escaped with only mild injuries. And overnight, a large tree in Tacoma toppled in the strong winds, crashing into a home in Tacoma's Fern Hill neighborhood. King 5's Savannah Welch was on scene.
We've been out here for a couple of hours, but crews have been out here for more than 4 to 5 hours since early this morning trying to remove this huge tree. It looks like it uprooted next to the house, taking out the front part of the house. We originally thought it landed on it, but it looks like it uprooted and then went to the wayside there, blocking this whole street, which is why the road is closed. The good news, we're told the two people living here were not injured and were able to safely get out. This is all on South 82nd Street here in Tacoma. See the damage though, it crashed over that fence, also taking out the front part of the house. Here's a closer look at the tree from when we shot some video a little bit earlier this morning. Tacoma Fire said the call came in around 1:50 for this large nearly 100-foot cedar tree coming down. Puget Sound Energy tells me the roots of the tree broke a gas line, causing a gas leak. When we got here around 4 a.m., PSE said they'd already shut off the gas. Several crews have been here coming in throughout the morning, working to remove the tree. Again, this road here, South 82nd Street, is blocked for safety. They also said there were some power lines back out here live down that way. Down further down the street, that came down also, and so that's another big concern here. So they're trying to keep people off the road. That's why this is all closed, as they're continuing their work efforts here and trying to get things back up and running and remove this tree as quickly as possible. Looks like everyone here has power still, at least, so that's good. But I know there's a lot of other people in the community here throughout Puget Sound that are facing outages. So at least here looks like there's power, but obviously recovery efforts are still ongoing. We'll be out here for another hour or so, keeping an eye on things and let you know if we learn any new information. In Tacoma, Savannah Welch, King 5 News.
And the impacts of that wind certainly has been widespread. We've seen a lot of people writing in, sending us those photos and videos of what you're seeing. So yes, everybody is feeling the wind. That is calming down now, though. So that's some good news looking forward. Gosh, it has been a really busy, 10 days of first alert weather coverage as we've seen multiple storms bringing rain, wind, and now some snow. So let's get to our forecast and talk about what we have coming as we move forward. So I do want to talk about our rainfall so far for today. It was very wet last night. Most of this fell last night. These are our 24-hour rain totals, but you can see that we have seen really significant rain, 1 to 1.5 inches in Shelton, Port Angeles, Bellingham as well. Seattle, just shy of an inch of rain. Tacoma and Olympia, more than an inch of rain in the last 24 hours. So it has been very significant out there. As we take a look at our river forecast, we do have some flooding coming, but no major flooding to report. In fact, the Skagit River actually was going to hit major flood stage, but that has now changed. Only expected to hit moderate flood stage. So that's some good news there. These are all the rivers, the red colors indicating moderate flood stage expected, but it is not going to be quite as much as what we saw last week. Thank goodness there. Here's a live look from Mount Rainier in Paradise. We are seeing snow there on the roadways once again. Thank goodness. Snow finally is falling in the mountains. And as we take a look up at Paradise, look at that. A winter wonderland is finally here. So we are seeing that snow falling over the mountains. Great news there. Here's a look at that right now over I-90, over Highway 2, up from the north to the South Cascades. We're seeing some of that snow. So that is great to see. Pretty light snow in nature, and it's going to taper off into this afternoon and evening. This is a look at 10 p.m. tonight. Some showers will stick around mostly along the coast and to the north, but a few showers could sneak into Puget Sound. That rain is going to increase into our overnight hours, and we'll see some wet conditions favoring the west tomorrow morning, and a little more snow to add on as well. Then once we get into Thursday afternoon and evening, we actually are going to warm things up a little bit. An atmospheric river is going to project to Oregon, bringing heavy rain south of us. That sneaks into our southern communities, and that transitions us to rain over the mountains. But we'll still see some snow up to the northeast. That continues. We say goodbye to snow for the short term on Thursday evening. This is 8 p.m. You see saying goodbye to that snow, mostly rain. But then as we head into the end of the week, we have a couple chances for some light snow that move in through the end of this work week. So the moral of the story, this is great news here, is finally our snow levels are dropping. Our temperatures are returning back to normal for this time of year for the lowlands and the mountains as well. And that opens that storm door for snow potential. Obviously, our resorts are hurting right now. We don't have any that are open this weekend at last check, but that could change as we get a little bit of snow finally falling over our mountains. So we will stay on top of the resort statuses around Western Washington as that snow falls, and as we finally start to build a snowpack. We're going to take one more quick break, and when we come back, we have lots more weather to discuss.
New data about safety and effectiveness can come to light. The FDA keeps track of that new data, which can come from patients, drug makers, or healthcare professionals, and may include information about negative reactions to prescriptions. Based on this information, the FDA may recommend that the drug maker update the drug labeling by adding warnings or updated dosage information. Changes could also include the FDA requesting a drug recall. Find the answers at fda.gov/drugs.
We're with Liam after his fourth military move. When being new is starting to get old. We're with Tara during the holidays when she misses home the most. We're with all service members and their families who need connection, comfort, and a home away from home. Are you with them? Learn more at uso.org today.
Welcome back. Let's take you to Aberdeen now. A local police report that shows that a downtown building partially collapsed because of the high wind last night. This is on East Wishka Street. Police say the building that partially collapsed is on the south side of the street between H and I streets. We don't have any reports of injuries, thank goodness, but the left lane of westbound Wishka on the sidewalk is closed until further notice, and we're working to get some visuals of that to see what that scene is looking like. But that is one of the big stories that we're waking up to, is that this overnight wind has caused pretty severe impacts across western Washington from the north to the south. Those power outages still remain in place as well across the region. We have multiple power outages to report in everywhere, all the way from Puget Sound Energy to Tacoma to Snohomish to Grays Harbor. So a lot of outages, hundreds of thousands of people are still without power right now, waking up to those conditions on this Wednesday morning. Let's get you back to your forecast. I want to talk about something that has a domino effect. It's temperatures. So it's been so warm recently. You may have noticed it. Typically December, we would be feeling the chill. But as we take a look at temperatures, this is from yesterday's data. SeaTac hit 55 degrees yesterday. Normal for this time of year is 47 degrees. So we were well above average. Same thing with those overnight lows. 47 was our low. 37 is normal for this time of year. So we're going to see that changing moving forward. In fact, today is the first day of that. Temperatures will stay in the 40s. Many of us will not hit that 50-degree marker, which is the first time in a long time, and that is normal for this time of year. That is helping in that snow formation. We've been talking about this blizzard warning that's been issued over the Cascades. It's that orange color, and the Olympics as well. To be completely frank, this one hasn't really come to fruition. We're not seeing the whiteout conditions that you would expect with a blizzard, but still that blizzard warning is in place until noon today. I do want to show you the big picture forecast. So as of right now, it's not just us, it's Oregon, it's Northern California feeling that rain, and we're tapping into some of that mountain snow today. We'll get a little bit of a break moving forward for the rest of today, but then tomorrow afternoon, another atmospheric river projects that moisture over the Pacific. That is going to send heavy rain into Oregon and warm things up a little bit, but then we'll cool things right back down as a colder storm drops down from the Gulf of Alaska. This is Saturday morning. We'll get some snow, and then we're going to stay in those cooler, snowier conditions through the end of the weekend and into next week. So that is something to look forward to. The snowpack will continue to build. We'll stay on top of that with the First Alert Weather team. Thank you so much for sticking with me for the last half hour. I'm meteorologist Leah Pizzetti, and we will be right back here on King 5 Plus.
New data about safety and effectiveness can come to light. The FDA keeps track of that new data, which can come from patients, drug makers, or healthcare professionals, and may include information about negative reactions to prescriptions. Based on this information, the FDA may recommend that the drug maker update the drug labeling by adding warnings or updated dosage information. Changes could also include the FDA requesting a drug recall. Find the answers at fda.gov/drugs.